once again, YouTube. This is POD7. And to my fellow Americans, happy Thanksgiving. If you can't tell, this is definitive morning voice because it is 7:20 a.m. as I record this. Let's get right into it. That last menu was a great example of why you need to pick up as varied a crew as possible. Because in certain situations you'll be able to use them to diffuse the situation. So I don't recall what situation that was, but usually if you run into somebody that's having problems with technology, you'll get a blue option and you'll be able to send your NG crew over to do something to help. So yeah, happy Thanksgiving once again. Happy super late Thanksgiving to all my Canadian friends out there, and I am thankful for everyone else for showing up and watching, for sure. I was looking at the demographics for some of my videos, and I've got about a 13% average female viewership, which is pretty cool. Oddly enough, the majority of that 13%, I think it was 40% of the 30%, are between the ages of 45 and 54. 55 maybe, and that's pretty cool too. I mean, I hang out with my mom a lot and her friends are pretty cool too, especially her friend named Patty. She has a son that's not too much older than I am, and so she knows a lot of 90s stuff too. You know, usually your parents' friends all have kids that are around your age, but since my parents were 40, almost 40, whenever they had me, most of their friends had already started having kids graduate high school. So yeah, so Patty knows about rap music and she's into movies, and yeah, so I'm thankful for all those cool older people that get into YouTube and get into video games. It's always cool to run into somebody that's older playing like Mass Effect multiplayer, because they'll say things like, "Oh shoot," instead of flying off the handle, yeah, and they're generally easier to cooperate with and get things done in multiplayer. Let's see. Oh, a pirate tried to give us a bribe to stop them. A bribe to not interrupt them. Excuse me. Oh, it's definitely early morning. Yeah, usually I'm up this early to watch the Thanksgiving Day parade, which, if none of my non-American viewers know about that, it's a huge parade that happens in New York City. It's called the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade, and it's all kinds of stuff, man. They have marching bands from all over the country playing songs. They have acts from Broadway shows do little numbers once in a while, and the big draw is definitely these huge helium-filled parade balloons, and it's always cool mascots like Snoopy from Peanuts or Pikachu from Pokemon. I'm trying to think of what my favorite balloon has been. it's always cool to see Spider-Man. He usually has a pretty cool one. And of course, there's parade floats and stuff, but um, I don't know. It just seems over the last couple of years they've been delaying it so that they can edit it up and put commercials in between every other float, pretty much. So it hasn't been worth watching really lately, and that's really sad because it used to be a really nice tradition to get up early on Thanksgiving, kind of like getting up early on Christmas, but no, not anymore. But, you know, now I'm up now recording a YouTube video, so maybe this is the new tradition, making a YouTube video telling you how thankful I am for your viewership, and especially for my subscribers, all 53 of them, I believe I'm up to. Just want to thank you guys for staying subscribed to me. I mean, I know I've looked through and there's a couple that are just ghost accounts that haven't been deleted yet, but that's okay. It's not too many from what I could tell, but I didn't go through and click and see like what their last login date was or anything, so yeah. What else am I thankful for? Thankful for my online friends. They really kept me from not becoming a mental patient in some insane asylum over the last couple of years. Definitely thankful for Dusty and Slip and Johnny and all the guys at New Legacy Inc. LT Dangerously and Blake might as well complete, right? Definitely LT, my British friend over there. He's awesome. And Dusty for sure, probably my best friend. Yeah, I would say best friend. Just because I relate so well to him, and we don't really talk all that much, but it's always worthwhile. And there's not much that needs to be said, really, so it's kind of one of those friendships. Newer friends, like Sam in Chicago. She's got a big Thanksgiving Day parade too, and she's got a little kiddo. I don't know if she'll take Maxine down there, but because she is pretty young, and it's probably pretty cold in Chicago, I imagine. But and Tyrone, aka Pale Voyager, up in Canada, where it's also pretty cold, I imagine. Those guys are pretty cool. I really love their videos. Yeah, so check out New Legacy Inc.'s channel. I don't need to promote Sam as much because she has 10,000 subs, I think. But she's SS Skinner, so that's 3 S's at the beginning. She's got, I believe she still has some LPs up. Stuff like crap, I can't think of any now. Bubsy. I'm trying to think of that one where you play an evolving creature, but Let's Play Evo or something like that, and Clock Tower, and some scary games too. So she does some different stuff. And Pale is awesome. Pale Voyager. He's actually got a Wii U, so he's been putting a couple Wii U videos up, and it looks pretty cool. I hope he keeps up with that. But previously to that, he's got Let's Plays of a lot of the old Disney games from the 16-bit era, and those are really cool. As you see, I'm waving my mouse frantically because not only did I just unlock a new ship, the Stealth Cruiser, but I also got an Ion Blast 2, so I'm for free. So now I'm weighing the possibilities as to I've got 3 now. It will definitely not be worth it to run all 3, but we'll see if we can get 2 going. Because you know the FTL gods. Dr. Hefe was telling me about them, and I definitely lit some incense for them. The FTL gods were smiling upon me heavily to give me 3 Ion Blast 2s, Mark 2s, whatever you want to call them. So yeah, this is what happens when you get to the exit while it's in the warning section. You get one of these level 1 Rebel scrub ships, basically. And yeah, right before you exit, it's pretty crazy. Sometimes it'll be this, and sometimes it'll be a huge Mac Daddy one. And luckily, I only got this, and we're just taking his face. Oh no, this is trying to get information from them for a quest. My bad. It's too busy being thankful to to pay attention to the video. Yeah. I said something in the last episode about Screen Test 3 getting 300 views or something like that. And I got way too excited about that because after thinking about it for a lot longer, I realized that's probably from linking to Doc M, who has, I think, 150 subscribers, maybe 150,000 subscribers. Excuse me. Milby, who has 50,000, maybe. I don't know. I haven't really checked. And then, of course, Yogscast Shin has 600,000 subscribers. So, just searching Shin would lead me to, or would lead you to that video, I think. So, yep. Kind of disappointed about that, but at the same time, I realize, just thinking of every cliche in the book, Rome wasn't built in a day and all that, so I'm fine with my 50 subs. And I hope, even if you guys don't leave a like or a comment or anything, I hope you just, spread the word. Maybe other people are interested in the game. I'm going to be doing other games. They're going to be pretty simple, graphic-wise. I know a lot of people watch Let's Plays for AAA games so that they don't have to spend $60 to play them. And I know that because I'm one of those people. Yeah, so here's our new sector. I think this one goes pretty fast, if I remember right. But yeah, I just finished watching Let's Play Assassin's Creed 3, which was pretty crazy. The ending sucked. But I'm not going to rage about it for months and months on end. But it looked like a really cool game, and I really liked the character of Connor. He was very different from the assassins previous. He didn't really want to kill without reason, or he didn't want to kill just on orders. He wanted to know that what he was doing needed to be done, and that's something I can definitely identify with. It's also very, I would almost compared to soldiers in Vietnam. Wanting to know that what they were doing was the right thing to do. And well, I like talking about Vietnam, but at the same time I don't, because you can put your foot in your mouth a lot just by saying the simplest of things about that war. So, well, that leads me to my next thankful to all the servicemen and women out there, risking their lives, literally, for us. And I'm not going to say for protecting our freedoms or anything like that, but they're definitely out there risking their lives for the modern American, and it takes a lot of guts to go over to a place where you can't understand the language and wave a gun at people. So, yeah, thankful to everyone, Navy, Air Force, Marines, even National Guard, patrolling the waters out there. They still have a pretty tough job. Trying to assess the situation now. Oh, there's borders they boarded straight into the med bay, I think, which, that's just really stupid on their part. But you get to see the med bay strategy for fighting borders, at least. So, I am going to take a sip because I feel my nose filling up, and I don't want to be so nasally. I hope that showed up on the mic, me swallowing water. Because I always find those little sounds funny in commentary. Especially when somebody's really hungry and you can hear their stomach growling. That just adds to the comedy most of the time. So, I want to clear my nose so bad, but it's gonna show up on the mic so hard. Oh, here we go. Zoltan research can usually end up in either them just skating you and giving you credits, or it can be a trap and they're being held hostage. But since I had the damaged stasis pod from one of the events earlier, you can either take the stasis pod or take a weapon. And you'll see why I took the stasis pod, because now I have a crystal man, Lysandra, that's the name of the mother in Dragon Age 2, if I remember right. Before I cause any nerd rage, I love that game, and we'll just leave it at that for now. But you may be seeing some of it on this channel at some point. So if you like Dragon Age, or if you like BioWare, stay tuned. Yeah, the crystal people, they're the ancient ancestors of... Oh, that's redundant, isn't it? The ancestors of the rock people, and they have a special power, which I actually use in this run, if I remember right. So, get ready for that. Here I'm deciding if I want to keep all three ion blasters, or if I want to get going on something else, I think. So, yep. Decided to try for the two ion blasters. And this is where the game gets interesting, because you can only buy so many energy points or energy bars, and so you have to start managing where you put your power. And so I decided to take one off of shields, because with two ion blast cannon things, I can't decide what to call them. Ion Blast 2s. With 2 of those, we'll be shooting their shields and weapons almost constantly. So, we should be okay. And we should see you in episode 3.